What's going on, guys? I'm Scott with Koenig, and we're here with Donovan Brockway, Pro 2 driver, owner of Red Baron Racing, and super cool dude. One of the coolest things about Donovan and his program is the attention to detail that these dudes put in on this car 100%. If you're a car dude, if you're a car nerd, this is one of those cars that you look at and you could stare at for days.
Yeah.
And there's details everywhere.
Danny with SFG killed it on this project.
Right.
And I don't have my helmet here, but PBK.
Does it match?
It matched my old wrap. So
Okay.
the design kind of
Merged together?
Yeah, everything played off each other. The helmet became the car and the car became this. So I was talking to Pat yesterday, we're gonna do a helmet to match this.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's gonna be cool.
It looks like paint.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so perfect.
It's the same wrap as this year, it's just flopped colors.
Right. Yeah.
So the way, like where this is, that line, how
Right.
everything plays off itself,
Right.
it's the same wrap, it's just we changed colors.
Oh yeah, no, it's
cool.
It is absolutely gorgeous looking. Yeah.
So it started as, it's an F22,
Yeah.
228, little 4-cylinder.
Yep.
When
Yep.
we got it, and I mean, like any race car, you strip everything.
Start from nothing.
Start from bare metal. It was sandblasted, cage was put in. Any fab work you do before paint, or in this case, we powder coated it.
Yep.
And then just depending on what parts you're going to use, get it all back together.
So let's talk about the engine. So this is a BMW platform, so not exactly a BMW engine.
Subframes.
Right. So let's talk about the powertrain that we're running here. What do we have?
So this is a 7-liter 427. It didn't start. It's not like we pulled an engine out of a car.
I understand.
We built it from scratch. RHS block, mastheads, Holley intake, the direct port nitrous injection, and then 2 turbos.
Just 2 little turbos
Yeah.
that are. All right. So let's talk about some of the pieces that are on the engine that kind of accessorize the whole package here. Let's start with ignition, spark, that kind of whole thing.
So this whole car is run on Motec.
Okay.
With everything.
Yep.
Fast coils. We run injector dynamics. Injectors, the
Yep.
ID 2000s.
Okay.
So it's got way more fuel than it
I was
needs.
gonna say 2000s are like, because you
So
do
it's
have
got,
8
it's got
cylinders.
8 of those.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, they handle the Thunderbolt because we run E90.
Right.
Thunderbolt, they custom
Yep.
made it for us.
Yep.
So yeah, it handles that perfect.
So now what do we have here? Is this a surge tank or what is this? Is
This
this the
is-
oil,
this
remote
is-
oil?
Yeah, it's the oil filter
Yep.
housing.
Yep.
It's a little bit overkill, but so is the car.
Yeah.
You can actually, I'll see if I can show you. It has a little window in it.
Wow.
So that is the actual oil. And so when the engine's running, you'll see the oil passing by that window.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, and that's just kind of a full view of kind of making sure that your oil is actually circulating.
Yeah,
and everything?
exactly.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
well, mostly if like bearings are going out, like it's to see if there's metal in the oil.
Oh, like you
without-
can literally like
you can
hold it
see,
up and
yeah.
see specs.
Yeah, and you'll see like streaks of like silver or bronze. going
which is
through
like what you don't want to see.
which you don't want to see.
Right. So if you see that, there's like a danger in a manifold.
You've got a
type of
problem,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. When you put the hood down, you'll notice this is a little bit different than some other people. There are 2 fans mounted in the hood. Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, they blew directly down onto the headers.
Okay,
just
but
to keep the
wait.
header temp down.
more efficient to bring
Yeah.
the
But
air
then we were
out.
basically trapping a bunch of hot air under the car.
Right.
So we flipped it around and now they pull air out.
Right. I can't stress how much attention to detail there is. Let's stop right here.
Kill switch.
I mean, I've seen some kill switches, right? This kill switch looks a little bit different from a lot of the ones I think people are accustomed to, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a ground side isolator switch,
Okay.
like solid state.
Yeah. So this is
there's
pretty
the big
much
chunky ones that you like flip.
You flip,
side-
yeah.
So this one will kill the car. It sends a signal. I have a kill switch in there too.
Okay.
Next, like on the center console,
Yeah.
that's like the master. This is basically just for fire safety and stuff.
This is
That'll
some stuff.
let me know that it's been tripped.
Yeah, okay. The amount of attention to detail of this car is ridiculous. Check out this interior. This interior is absolutely bonsai. I mean, right from the doors, right from the doors. The cage goes out perfectly right to the edge of the, right to the door skin there.
Yeah, so Kyle, our crew chief, basically set everything up in here. He built all the lines, mounted the dry sump tank. That whole back firewall was actually built on SolidWorks by Kyle.
Oh my God.
And then bent, and then.
Like when you start to get in here and you start to look at, all right, so we got carbon floor panels that probably, is there wiring harnesses that run underneath? Is that what cooling and wiring harnesses?
Cooling.
Right, so if you come into the firewall area, there's a lot, if you look at the tubes that go into the firewall area there, you can see that's the cooling that's kind of coming from the engine bay that runs under that carbon fiber floor pan, which has the fasteners. You see those fasteners? People don't do this stuff in drift cars. This is like absolutely insane. This thing is super dope. It's got a full carbon fiber dash, yeah? I mean, I don't even have to say yes. I mean, it is. It's incredible. Fasteners everywhere, Sparco seats. Tell me about some of the interior things and what we got rolling with here.
So with the interior, right now we have Sparco seats. The Momo steering wheel my dad gave me when I was like, 6 years ago?
Really?
2014, I think.
Okay.
When he got it for me for Christmas. And he passed away a couple years ago, but I've been moving that steering wheel from
car to car.
Comp car to comp car.
It's kind of cool to have like a piece of your dad in front of you every time you hit the starting line.
Yeah, definitely. So that was in my original E30. It was in the gray E30, and now it's in this one.
That's awesome.
We've run sequential before, and we're hoping to go back to it eventually.
Right.
But right now we have the G-Force GSR, just 4-speed.
Yeah, makes sense.
Reliable.
Sure. So right there. Let's talk about some of the controls that you have. Kind of right there on the dash part, and then right there in the center console.
So the button pad is Motec, and it's basically just the bare necessities.
Right, it makes sense, except for the nice LED lights that come with the car, right? So we can put our harnesses on in the dark.
You're gonna do it someday. I think
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go home and practice. Why don't we circle around to the back of the car here? Beautiful radium system. We got the cooling system that comes all the way, from the front of the car into the back of the car. Radium filters.
Filter.
Yeah. So this thing is surge tank.
Yep.
Am I spotting it out? It's like so.
This is that battery kill that I was talking about.
Okay, and that's where it does it.
That's
right
where
there.
It does it right there.
Perfectly. Let's talk about suspension that you run.
Yellow Speed Racing.
Right. We have to plug them out. We're right here. They got super nice pieces though. I mean, this stuff is like, it's gorgeous to look at.
Yeah.
And you've been running this for?
Just this year. So we got on them very late into the off season, I'll call it.
Okay.
So like February, March.
Yeah.
They took the suspension that we had for the car and basically replicated it.
Okay.
So we got it on the car, tested it out, and we've made, I think, 3 changes or variations since, and they've been very willing to help us and work with us on what we need for the car and for drifting.
Right.
So this is version 3 for the rear and version 2 for the front.
So suspension, we know, what are we doing for brakes?
We have Wilwood brakes.
All right, Wilwood brakes all the way around?
All the way around.
Okay, cool. We saw the handbrake in there. Dual caliper setup.
Yep.
Let's talk about this aero real quick. I mean, because it matches inside and out, right? We got carbon dash, carbon interior, carbon side skirts. Stuff is like super legit. All part of the GK kit.
Yeah.
The attention to detail, even look at the roof drip rail. I mean, look at every single button head and how it's just perfectly meticulous. I mean, this is sick. Fire suppression. Remove before flight. I like that.
That was a dad. Jeff,
yeah.
He was a pilot.
And so now we're circling around to the wheel and tire package on the car. We finally made it to the piece, right?
Right.
So you're running 18.5. I think it's like 32 offset in the front. We're running 19.9.5 in the rear with a B profile. So it's kind of a good look, and it kind of makes it really look on point for the show. So, Is there anything else that you could tell me that you think we should know about this car? Because I mean, there's just so much attention that I feel like the more I stare at this car, the more I can see. You think we've covered?
The the car's gnarly. Like we kind of knew that when we built it. I'm just really excited for this next year.
So we got Travis Reeder behind the scenes calling the shots.
They're both looking at their watches.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it. It's nice to
finally
catch you on camera. Yeah, right.
You know, it's both of our favorite place to be.
Yeah, you know, listen, I like SEMA. I'm just, you know, I'm tired. So make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Plug it. Plug it. We're gonna do our favorite thing here, which is throw a bunch of social stuff for you. Red Baron, D Brockway.
D Brockway 418 is my personal one, at Red Baron Racing, basically across the board. YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Go check them out. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
I can be rolling.
That looks like all of your stories.